Hey, it's Melissa. Here's my $100,000 stock experiment for 2023, week 11. This is my video diary sharing my stock journey. Help me celebrate my successes and learn from my mistakes as I try to implement the CanSlim trading methodology developed by William O'Neill. I'm trading in my own retirement account on real money. I don't have any tax implications on my trades to consider. Please don't consider this an endorsement to purchase any stocks that I've bought or to purchase stocks in general. You need to do your own trading decisions. According to the IBD at investors.com, the market is in correction. Plus, we're still having more new lows than new highs on both the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange. But Steve Sweat's window of opportunity is open. It opened on Thursday. The S&P 500 is up 1.4% for the week. The 50-day simple moving average, the red diagonal line, is trending up, but the 8-day simple moving average, the pink line, is still trending down, and it's below my yellow line in the sand. If we look at the one-year chart of the S&P 500, a year ago we were around 4,500, and we closed this week at 3916, so a bit below where we were a year ago. The NASDAQ composite had a great week, up 4.4%. It closed above the yellow line in the sand. The 50-day simple moving average, the red diagonal line, is trending up, and the 8-day simple moving average pink line just turned up. But we're still quite a ways below where we were a year ago. A year ago, we were at 14,500, and this week we closed at 11,630. We're down about 14% from 1 year ago. NVIDIA, stock symbol NVDA. NVIDIA had a great week, up 12%. Unfortunately, I got scared by the market on Monday and sold near the low of the day. The red arrow is showing the day that I sold, and the thin red line just above it is showing you the price that I sold it at. I still captured a great gain in NVIDIA. I held for 9 weeks and I had a 42.8% gain, and I held my B2 for 8.6 weeks and I had a 39.5% gain. I bought NVIDIA back early on Thursday, and I set up my automatic buys for my B2 and my B3 at 2.5% and 5% above my B1 purchase. All of these triggered on Thursday, so I'm back to a full position. I set my floors for my B1 at 4%. My B2, I used the 16-day simple moving average, and my B3, I put just below my B1 purchase price at 243.10. So I have 3 buys in NVIDIA. I've held them all for 2 days. My B1, I'm up 5.8%. My B2, I'm up 3.2%. And my B3, I'm up 0.8%. Arista Networks, stock symbol ANET. Arista Networks also had a strong week, up over 11%, and this one I didn't sell. The volume has also been above average for the last 8 days. I have 3 buys in ANET. My B1 I've held for 2 weeks and a day, and I'm up 17%. My B2 I've held just the 2 weeks, and I'm up 14.7%. And my B3 I've held for a week and 3 days, and I'm up 11.6%. I also made a purchase but got kicked out of Taiwan Semiconductor, stock symbol TSM. I bought it on the 14th and I got kicked out a day later on the 15th. I had a 3% loss. If we zoom in on this a little bit, number 1 is showing you the day that I purchased it. Number 2, the day before it, I wanted it to hold the low of that previous day. On number 3, it crossed the floor, my yellow line, and it sold on that day. Number 4, it opened the next day still below the floor, and then the end of the week, number 5, it was back up above my purchase price. So maybe my floor was too tight here, but I got kicked out and I did not buy it back. My weekly percentage change, I sort with the lowest value on the top, and I want my stocks to be beating the S&P and NASDAQ for the week. So this week, both of my stocks, NVIDIA and ANET, beat the S&P 500 and NASDAQ. Each of the boxes represents 1 week or a portion of the week I've honed the stock. So NVIDIA, it was up 5.8% since I purchased it. It had been at 12% for the week, but I didn't hold it that whole time, so this is just since I bought it. The current holding bar chart shows one bar for each week or portion of a week that I've owned the stock. I put that solid yellow line at 9,200, which is an 8% loss, which I hope I never get that big of a loss. The dotted green line at 12,500, that's my 25% profit target. I'd like to get there in 8 weeks. And the dashed black line is showing the $10,000 initial purchase. So ANET, you can see, went up steadily each week, and this week it's up to 11,706. And NVIDIA, I just have this 1 week, and so far my B1 purchase is up to 10,573. Industry breakdown shows I have a bunch of cash available to make purchases. I have 67,000, and I have 3 buys both in Arista Networks and NVIDIA. The S&P 500 was up 1.4% for the week, and year-to-date it's up 2%. NASDAQ was up 4.4% for the week, and year-to-date is up 11.1%. And the Melissa method, I was up 2.1% for the week, and year-to-date I'm up 11.2%, so slightly above NASDAQ, but not much. And I have 43,796 invested in stocks, which is 39% of my portfolio. After 11 weeks, the S&P 500, that dark blue line, is up to 102,009. And the NASDAQ and the Melissa method are just about tied with slightly over 111,000. I am sharing my watch list with you this week. Here's 10 stocks that I'm looking at. I put them in alphabetical order, and I'm going to share a couple charts with you. So I like Apple, AXON, CBAY, DXCM, Floor & Decor, FTNT, INTA, Samsara, MBLY Global, and Workday. INTA, stock symbol INTA. I like the volume increase in this stock. The volume in the red box is showing a pretty steady volume, and then all of a sudden at number 2 in that yellow box, this volume really increased for this stock. Ideally, I'd like to purchase around 40 and put a floor around the low for Monday, which is that yellow arrow on the right hand side at 37.25. But when I put this in my calculator, that's a 7% floor, so that may be too low. The day before might be a better floor at 38.50, which would be just a loss of 4%. Remember, I like to keep my losses small, but I also don't want to get kicked out of the stock. Samsara, stock symbol IoT. This stock had a big gap up, and then it's been resting for a couple of weeks. I would like to buy around 19 and put the floor just below the low of Thursday at 18.45. And volume is starting to increase in this stock, but not as much as the last stock. I also like DXCM. I liked it on this red, white, blue chart, except it's really a red, black, blue chart. It looks like it's setting up nicely for a big run. All of the short-term moving averages in red are all grouped together, as are the blue lines. So I'm hoping that this starts to take off. It's had a long 5-month consolidation. I think a good buy point would be around 114, and the floor could be the 50-day simple moving average or around the low of the days that I underlined in orange, which is a little below that moving average line. DXCM is interesting to me also because it was approved by Medicare for folks with type 2 diabetes, so that would be a big market. Feel free to give me some feedback and let me know what you like. What charts are helpful and not helpful? What do you wish I've shown but haven't? Are you investing? If so, what types of results are you getting? Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for my next episode, or better yet, subscribe to my channel, The Melissa Method. Don't forget to hit the bell if you want an alert when I post a new episode.